Okay. Collective. Hi, it's Tan for Artemis Oracle. I hope you're all doing well and staying safe. Let's see what Archangel Michael messages we need to know at this time before I start the reading. Okay. Let's see. What messages the collective needs to know at this time? Archangel Michael. Messages the collective needs to know at this time for the highest and greatest good. Highest and greatest good. All is in perfect timing. Number one, for the Archangel Michael message. This is it. It's time to take action now. I will be here to help you every step of the way. So, whew. It's funny because I believe the moon is in Aries, and Aries is a self-starter. You know, they get the ground running. It's that full energy, taking a leap of faith. So some of you may be doing that. Okay, any other messages? Oh, your vibration is rising. This is your time for great spiritual growth for you. You are evolving to occupy a higher energetic frequency. So some of you, you may be doing things just to improve your vibration, your energy, the way you feel about yourself, the way you feel about your life, about your relationships, about your job. Or there could be something that's simply like the frequency that's changing around you and within you. Some of you could have like a desire for spiritual evolution. Let's see. I have this fly over here. Like, oh, wow. Okay. I think that's it. All right. Let me see. One more message. Deeper insights are at hand. Your overall plan is good, but the details need work. Reflect before moving forward. Okay. Deeper insights are at hand. And let it go. This is a situation that no longer serves you. Allow me to sever your energetic connections to the past so you can embrace the future. Okay. So I want to clarify each card. All is in perfect timing. And actually, so deeper over your overall plan is good, but the details need work. So if there's something that you wanted to something that you've wanted to take action with, there still for some of you, there may be certain things that you still need to learn. There may be certain things that you need to work out within your plan. But some of you, this is a time for great spiritual growth. I kind of want to read those. Number 43. Your spiritual vibration is rising. Let's see. Hello, everybody. I hope you're all doing well. Your vibration is rising. It is possible you have noticed that perhaps you're feeling a little different these days. Perhaps you're aware that your actions and thoughts have shifted to a new, more spiritual vibe. Maybe you're finding it easier to have faith. This is because you are currently going through a change in spiritual vibration. The frequency you are tuned into in your human experience is shifting because of the work you have been doing to become a stronger, healthier, and more spiritual person. This can sometimes be a little disorienting, but have no fear. This current vibrational upgrade will complete soon. Pay attention to the way your body feels, the emotions you're experiencing, and the thoughts running through your mind. Talk out loud to your guardian angels and me, my Archangel Michael, as you start to have new and interesting experiences. Tell us what you'd like to bring into your life, as well as what you'd like to remove, so that we can make those things a part of your new vibrational reality. If you feel uncomfortable, take a salt bath to clear your aura of the old energy that is being pushed out by your frequency shift. Be excited about what is to come, and don't worry, these changes are for your highest good. Oh my gosh, there's a fly. It was distracting me. So I would say beware. There may be certain things that may be wanting to distract you from this vibrational shift that you're making, this energetic shift that you're making. There may be certain things, certain nuisances, annoyances that may try to distract you from this change. So I would say beware of that. Okay, and the other card I wanted to clarify was deeper insights are at hand. I want to know what that is. Hey, everyone. Thank you for being here. Deeper insights are at hand. Your current plan is not as good as it could be. The details might need to be thought through again, or maybe you just have gotten around to finer points and the time to do it is now. If it feels as though there are roadblocks on your path right now, then either your overall plan needs to be overhauled, or the way you're trying to implement the big picture isn't working in your favor. If you're thinking of becoming self-employed, you should consider different timing. Remember that the divine wants you to live a life of joy. It's possible that what you think would give you joy is incorrect, or there may be a more joy available if your plans were to change. Ask your guardian angels for signs and messages indicating that what to do next. In particular, ask for insights into whether the problem is in the details or if the big picture is flawed. I'm going to read that again. Ask your guardian angels for signs and messages indicating what to do next. In particular, ask for insights into whether the problem is in the details or if the big picture is flawed. I will also send you information to guide you in a new direction. It's funny because earlier today, I was watching a video with Gabby Bernstein. I don't know if anybody knows who she is. I've seen some of her videos. She's one of those spiritual people, but I was watching a video with her and the creator of this deck, Radley Valentine, and they were talking about how you could talk to your angels, how you can even ask who your guardian angel is, if they could give you a name and everything. And it's funny though. It's like, but they said that the only way the angels can help us, our guardian angels can help us, is if we ask them to. They cannot intervene on our behalf without our permission. We have to ask them to do something, to help us, to provide us with insight, guidance, to redirect us or something, whatever, signs, synchronicities, all that stuff. We have to ask for that. It's interesting though, with that. Ask your guardian angels for signs and messages indicating what to do next. It's interesting. I would say one time, I use this as an example. I was asking about like a health issue. And then the way they showed me the solution in my dream was hilarious. Because I was like, I have a certain issue with digestion and, whatever. It was something with my digestion, right? And I asked, what do I need to do? What advice do you have for me? And this is what I ask before I go to bed. So I'm someone who dreams. My messages come through dreams, or I just something wants to come out of my mouth. It's weird how it works for me. It's like I want to say something, and I think that's why I get a little jumbled up when I'm speaking, because it's like me, I want to speak, but then something else wants to, maybe my higher self wants to say something else, and it's like we're conflicting. But in my dream, I asked, "Can you tell me what I need to do? What advice do you have for me?" I don't remember exactly what it was. And in the dream, they showed me lemon water, right? And the lemon water, it was a pitcher with water in it, and it had whole lemons in it. How lemon water is sliced up, they cut the lemons and they put it in the water. And no, they showed me water and then whole ass lemons in the water. I was like, what the? And then they gave me a phrase and I was like, I don't know what that phrase is. I never heard of it. And I had to go research it, and then it explained, and it said why lemon water is good for that. And I was like, oh my God. It was so funny. So the only reason why I'm sharing that, and I think it's like a little silly, because to me it's like sometimes they show us things and it's sometimes in the most ridiculous way. And I think for me, since I like to laugh, I like silly things, and it was memorable, the message really stood out to me. So if you believe in angels, if you believe you have guardian angels, you should ask them for guidance, and ask them for signs. You can ask them questions and stuff like that. But it's so funny. Just like lemon water, but had whole ass lemons, like not even cut or peeled or anything. It was just a whole lemon with the rind intact. But it's still with me. It still stays with me. Okay, I just wanted to share that. But then there's something that you need to release. The situation no longer serves you. Allow me to sever your energetic connections to the past so you can embrace the future. So there could be something that you need to disconnect from. It could be a person, place, or thing. You may already be sensing this too, because a couple of live streams ago, I think yesterday I was talking about it. Like sometimes you have friends, you have family that you love and you care about, but there's something going on internally within you where you no longer resonate with them. Being with them, hanging out with them, it doesn't feel the same like it used to. And it's like you're outgrowing them. So for some of you, there may be certain people, places, or things that you're outgrowing that you need to move away from so that you can, it's like a pot, a flower in a pot. Sometimes the flower gets too large and the roots don't have enough room to grow. So they need to be moved from a small plot into a bigger pot. So that there may be certain things that you need to leave behind so that you could give yourself the room and the space to continue growing and expanding in whatever you're doing. It could be within your work, it could be your health, your career, it could be financially, even spiritually, and your vibration is rising. So there's some sort of spiritual growth, evolution that's going on within you that you're already sensing, and you're already noticing that you're not connecting with people the same way you used to. And it's time for you to move away from those situations, because if you stay in them too long, you're only going to be stagnating your own growth. Okay. That's what I'm getting from this too, and if you need help with that, you can ask your guardian angels if you believe in guardian angels. Okay, so let's go into the Life Happens deck. Hi, Lion Sky, how are you? Oh, just so everybody knows, I'm not answering any questions. I did that earlier today. So, and like I have my membership now too. So I have 2 tiers of my membership. So in my membership, I think it's on this phone. I don't think I could see it on this one. Let me see. I got to go into my beauty account. I was trying to find a short I uploaded before, so I could re-upload it, because I don't know, like certain messages that I'm getting are repeating. Like I hear this song, Golden Hour by Juke. I think that's his name, Juke, but the V is JVKE. I'm saying it as Juke. That song, Golden Hour. I don't know. That song has been playing. I've been playing that song and it's been playing in my mind too. Another song that's been that I recently encountered was Dreams by Fleetwood Mac. That song will resonate with anybody who is in a relationship that they know it's ending, and it's because one person doesn't really want the same thing as another. But the person that is wanting more is willing to let the person go, but is wanting the person to understand what they're going to be losing. Because when they start to feel lonely, or the person that is losing the person feels lonely, it's like their own doing, If you stay in something too long, you're going to start to get lonely. If you let somebody go, the person's going to realize what they had. And sometimes hindsight is 20/20, then you don't know what you have until it's gone, right? It's going good so far, Lion Sky. Thank you for asking. I hope your day is going well too. You just said it was a productive day. I hope you are able to get rest. So there was something I wanted to look up, my membership. I just wanted to bring that up because I made 2 tiers. One is $9.99, and that's supposed to be 4 weekly mini readings. So 1 mini read per week. And then the second tier, it's so weird. Level 1's on my end, it says $6.99. It's supposed to be, I think it's supposed to be $3.99. I don't know why it's saying $6.99 here, but level 1's supposed to be $3.99 and level 2 is $9.99. So level 1, you get up to 3 yes or no questions in a reading. And then the level 2, you get the mini 3-card pulls. And you also get the yes or no questions. So I had to share that. So I have 1 person already, and I really appreciate them. I hope they get back to me. Okay, let's see what messages the collective needs to know at this time. But let me read the Archangel Michael messages. 1, all is in perfect timing. This is it. It's time to take action now. I will be there to help you every step of the way. Number 43 is your vibration is rising. This is a time for great spiritual growth for you. You are evolving to occupy a higher energetic frequency. 8 is deeper insights are at hand. Your overall plan is good, but the details need work. Reflect before moving forward. And then 18, let it go. The situation no longer serves you. Allow me to sever your energetic connections to the past so you can embrace the future. So, truth, it's your time. Why? Heartbroken. Okay, that card was in the reverse. Okay. Anger management was at the bottom of the deck, but it was reversed. I mean, maybe some of you are working on that. That's why it was reversed. Okay, so truth. There may be some information that you're finding, you're discovering, or some of you may be doing research or doing some sort of investigation on someone or something, right? It's your time. This card came out earlier today. So some of you, you're waiting for that call. If it is, one of the cards that we have in the Archangel Michael deck is all is in good timing, you know? So some of you, it may be your time. For some of you, you may need to hold back because there are certain things that you need to know, certain information that you need to receive before you can act on something. Some of you may be questioning why something is happening, why there may be certain blockages, why there may be certain things on hold. It could be, you could ask why for so many different reasons, you know, but then we have the heartbroken card. Some of you may be questioning why. Some of you could be in this place where you may be understanding, getting the information or validation, because if you think about truths are facts and they're valid, right? So you're getting the validation that it may be time for something. Someone may be something, it may be time for something to end. Somebody may end up feeling heartbroken, or this could be a difficult decision for you to make. And you may be wondering why you have to make this decision. Like, why couldn't you keep or hold on to something anymore? But if you're being asked to let something go, it's because it's not going to be serving you. It's going to be keeping you stuck and stagnant. It's not going to allow you to move forward. But it's what's necessary. Oh, trust me, I understand that. You know, it's hard to let go of certain things because of the comfort level that you have with it, or if it's with the person too. It's the familiarity, the comfort, the love, the dedication, the effort that's been put in something. But it's like some of you just realizing it's time to release something, or it may be time for you to take action with something. Like all is in perfect timing. Okay. Oh, my data. Okay. Let's see. Let me see the truth. What is this truth about? Seven of Pentacles. Some of you are evaluating something. You may be considering if something is worthy of continuing to invest in. Are you happy with the results? So this could be where this evaluation, the truth is coming in. You're maybe reviewing, evaluating, questioning, if this is something that you should continue working on. Is this something that you should continue putting your efforts, your time in? Are you happy with the results? Can you see something continuing to grow? Or do you think you've reached a plateau with something? Okay, now it's your time. It's your time. It's funny because this is a time of great spiritual growth for you. You're evolving to occupy higher energetic frequency. Look at that. We got the star card. It's your time to shine. And I was talking about that song, the Golden Hour song. And he's like, I can see you shine. Like, I don't need light to see you shine. Some of you, you're going through a massive change in your life, a massive glow up. I know people think of glow ups as more like a physical thing, like you're like looks maxing, or whatever the hell they call it, like you're just looking like extra radiant and beautiful. You may be actually doing things physically for yourself, but when you're doing stuff physically for yourself, it also alters your mental and your emotional spaces. So in a positive way, because it's improving your confidence, even the way you're looking at yourself, and even the way you're like, if you're doing something really good, you're taking care of yourself and you're liking the results. That energy makes you think about everything else you could do, everything else that you could work on that could also improve and change, that would match whatever you're experiencing now. I hope that's making sense. Like if you're taking really good care of yourself, you're like, wow, if I could put that much effort into something else, imagine what else I can do. It's that type of energy, with the star. So it's your time to shine. Your vibration is rising. It's your time to shine. It's whatever it is that you're doing for yourself or that you're wanting to do. It's for your highest good. And it's meant to put you in a place where it's maybe part of your healing. You may be elevating in some way, but it could be some manifestation coming true too, because if your vibration is rising and there's something that you're trying to manifest, you may be attracting that. So there could be some sort of wish fulfillment coming towards you because it's your time to receive. It's your time to get whatever it is that you're wishing for. But also, I feel like it could be also your time to shine. Your overall plan is good, but the details need work. Reflect before moving forward. You have the why card for that. And with that, you could be questioning, okay, why aren't certain things working out? And like the book says, you have to evaluate the plan. Are the things that you're doing working in your favor? Also, is the big picture, is it possible? I want to go back to that one. Because it said it there. Ask your guardian angels for signs and messages indicating what to do next. In particular, ask for insights into whether the problem is in the details or if the big picture is flawed. So some of you could be seeing that there's something that isn't working out the way you want to. You've been seeing a lot of obstacles and roadblocks, and you could be questioning why. You have to start to evaluate what is it that you're doing, what is working, what isn't, what's getting in your way, and what changes can you implement with your plan? Or even if the big picture is it flawed? Is there something in that big picture that is kind of like you have that goal in mind of what it is that you want to see and the end result, but there's something that you're missing that's not being considered in the end. So this is why you have to go back to the drawing board and look at all the details and see what could be missing in that bigger picture. Something that you're not taking into account. But this is about balance, moderation. Maybe you're putting more time and energy on one part of something instead of the other. Like you could be putting more attention towards the details, but not looking at the overall picture, or you're focused on the overall picture and not paying attention to the details. So in some way, there could be some sort of imbalance. So you have to evaluate whatever is working and what isn't working, what's meshing. There's a word that I want to say. It's like you have to reconcile the books in a way. So it's like you're gonna have to do like a checks and balance type of thing. Because it says part man, part woman, all angel, 1 foot in water. Also, make sure that whatever you're doing, it aligns with you, your purpose, your life, your vision. Like this damn fly. Because there's something that's off balance. And you may not know what it is, but it could be that where you're putting most of your energy. Yeah, because sometimes we could be very focused and hyper fixated on the details that we could, as making tweaks within the details itself, it's changing the picture, the overall picture. You know what I mean? You know, it's like when you're doing eyeliner, the winged eyeliner, and you're trying to fix it, and then eventually it starts getting bigger and bigger, and then it's uneven, and then you have to take the whole thing off. It's something like that. That's what I'm getting right now. Okay. Now I want to know about this heartbroken. Something that needs to be let go. You may be holding on to something that is breaking your heart. Something that you really treasure, you really value, but it's hurting you. It's causing you heartbreak. Some of you may have already done this. I wish I had a water bottle so I could just spray the flies. Strength. Like some of you could be holding on to something so tightly, but it's going to require a lot of strength on your part to release it. Some of you have Leo in your chart because the strength card, and then we have the Queen of Wands. That's fire sign energy, but the Leo is strength. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius is the Queen of Wands. Okay. Why the strength with heartbroken? The devil. Ooh, okay. There's some sort of attachment that has a hold over you. It has a very strong hold over you. And that's why it's difficult for you to let it go. What else? There could be a bit of addiction to it too. A little bit of toxicity. Tell me more. Could be, yeah, it needs to end. Something needs to end. It could be a Leo, Capricorn energy. There could just be a lot of toxicity. It could be fear. It could be ego. It could be insecurity, uncertainty, or just like a toxic attachment that needs to end with the World card, you know, because we got the strength. For you to overcome whatever this heartbreaking issue is, that's the issue that's causing you heartbreak, it's going to require a lot of strength on your part, a lot of courage too. It's something that you're afraid of leaving, okay. You may be considering leaving something. I don't know if you're wanting to leave a relationship. It could be leave a job, even leave the country. You know, we have the World card here. Some of you may be wanting to move to another country, maybe to another continent, another state even. It doesn't have to be that drastic, you know, but there you may be feeling like there's something that's keeping you stuck. I don't know if it's a person. It could be like maybe you're married. It could be just your fear of the unknown, the fear of going somewhere that's unfamiliar to you but if you're feeling called to do something, definitely do the necessary research, evaluate what your options are, you know, what things you need to consider if you're considering making a big drastic change or ending something. You know, what is it that you want? It could be your time. This may be the time for you to end whatever this is. You know, the start. It's time for you to heal. Some of you maybe already have healed, but you're just still holding on to something because it's like the last thing that is going to completely end your healing process. You know what I mean? Hi, Rob. Ooh, heartbroken. It's going to require you to have a lot of control, authority, boss up. That's Aries energy. And the thing is, I was thinking about Aries because I was watching a tarot reader, Alex Heels Tarot, and she mentioned that the Queen of Wands, who we saw in the bottom of the deck earlier, she mentioned that was Aries energy, but I was like, I don't know. I don't know that you know, every tarot reader reads cards differently. Remember, it's personal. As intuitive readers, we have reasonings for why we assign certain zodiac signs to certain cards, even though they have been set, but sometimes they really don't. They really don't matter because it could be for anybody. So it doesn't matter what sign you are. If this message resonates with you, it's for you. If it doesn't, then it's not your message. It may be for someone around you. And if you feel like that's the case, feel free to share this message with them. You know, that's one way you can help somebody, because sometimes they need a little perspective. They need to hear something in a different way. Because sometimes if you like have friends and you're trying to tell them something and it's not getting to them, it's probably because of the way you're saying it. You know, so it's like the wording has to be said in a specific way in order to trigger an epiphany. You know, that's how it is sometimes. You know? Sometimes like your parents tell you to do something and you don't listen, but then somebody else tells you to do it. It's like, yeah, they said the right combination of words that just like incites that desire to actually do what your parents said, even though you're not following your parents' request. You know, it had to be somebody totally different saying it. It's weird how it is. If you were a child, all of you were children at one point. But if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. But that's the whole point of me saying share the message if you think it might benefit somebody. But I mean, there's some messages I hear and I wish I could share it with people, but I'm like, I don't know if they're going to listen to this reading because or if they're going to watch the reading. So but yeah, there's something that's going to require a lot of strength, a lot of courage on your part to overcome. And it may be something that you feel trapped to, you feel bound to, and it could be that too. You feel obligated to stay with it, but it may be that could be all in your head, you know, because ultimately your happiness takes precedence over anybody else's. And I know some people may be in contracts, have agreements, contractual obligations. So if that's the case, definitely speak to a lawyer who can help you navigate what ways you can break a contract in a favorable way for you so that you don't get the short end of the stick, you know, because certain contracts, they can have certain stipulations where if you break it, you may have to pay something, you know, how like a lease. Some of you may be bound to a lease. This is weird. But some of you may be wanting to leave something. You may be wanting to move away. You may be wanting to end something, do something different. You know, have a new beginning for yourself. But it's going to require a lot of courage on your part, you taking authority over your life and not even caring about how it may impact other people. That fly, I must be hitting a nerve because that fly is just like all up in my mouth and not wanting me to talk. My God, I should never spray perfume on myself. I don't know if this has to do with anger management, but it's funny. The anger management card was at the bottom of the deck. And then we have the Emperor too. So I don't know if some of you are dealing with someone who is very controlling, who has anger issues, or you could be someone who's working on that too. It's weird. Some of you may need to work on anger issues if you have been causing someone else heartbreak, if you've been breaking somebody else's heart. I had to say that because it might resonate with somebody. Okay, so I'm going to end that message here. I hope that resonates with you all. Let me see. I'm just so everybody knows, I'm not answering any yes or no questions. I did that earlier today. And like I said, I have the 2 tiers for $3.99 Or it says $6.99. I don't know why the fuck it says that on my phone. I don't know why. But it's $3.99 and $9.99 for the tiers. And the different tiers, the 2 tiers I have. The first tier, you get up to 3 yes or no questions. And the second tier, you get 1 mini 3-card spread a week. So far, I have 1 member who I greatly appreciate. But so we're doing live streams. I might change. I might take one. I might have to change the perks around because it would be easier. Got you, motherfucker. Okay. I know that's not the last one. I think they're trying to tag team me or something. But I hope the message resonates with you all. Let me see. All right. I didn't bring any love cards. I like doing love readings. I like reading somebody's story because I know those messages are somebody's story. You know, I'm talking about love. Look, don't give up on love. Oh my gosh. Okay. So let's see what else we could get with the Life Happens deck. I have the Timing Oracle with me as well. What must does the collective need to know at this time? It's reading the sides. What must does the collective need to know? I could still use these cards for love. I just have to set the intention. Just vibes. What love messages do we have for the collective? What love messages do we have for the collective? That's for the highest and greatest good. What love messages do we have for the collective? That's for the highest and greatest good. What messages does the collective need to know at this time for the highest and greatest good when it comes to love? One more. Inner strength is at the bottom of the deck. This reminds me of the Leo card, which is funny because we have the shadow self. Oh, excuse me. Shadow self card, right? Which has a lion and a cat. Responsibility came out. Feminine energy. And then the first card that came out. Say less. Say less. Say less. And inner strength. I'm going to go into a different tarot deck. Ooh, let's split. We have 10 in the star. 10 of Pentacles with the star. So someone's wishing for like abundance, happy family life. Oh, I don't want to use this deck. No. That's the wrong deck. Oh, gosh. Ah, 2 of Wands and a 2 of Pentacles. It's choosing, choices. Some of you may be considering traveling. Some of you could be in a long distance relationship too. Or you may be considering getting involved in a long distance relationship. Okay, let's see. Tell me about the Say Less card. Say less. There is a King of Wands. Some of you can embody the King of Wands energy, but you could be dealing with the King of Wands. This person could have Leo in their chart. We have the Lion here 2 times. So there could be somebody who isn't saying much to you. There may be minimal communication with this person. And this may be someone who typically is very talkative, but now there's like mum's the word. So this person may be keeping things to themselves for some reason. What is this person keeping? It could be your energy or someone else's energy. The King of Wands, a fire sign energy. Leo's, Aries, Sagittarius, doesn't have to be. It could be someone who just embodies that warm, charismatic, attractive energy. We got the Two of Cups coming out with Two of Cups and the Ace of Wands. See, Two of Cups. This person could be like, it's funny because earlier I saw this person could live in a different country from you. You could be different, like have different backgrounds, cultural backgrounds or ethnic backgrounds, because you see here, I don't know, like he's a dark male, you know, and then here in this, or it could be a dark female or a dark male. So someone's darker. Then there's another person who's lighter. It's like this person, you know, the way this Knight of Wands is, they're very observant. They could have a very penetrating gaze. Like when they look at you, they have like that smoldery look, like, but then the Ace of Wands, this person is attracted to you. This person has desire for you. This person could think about, you know, look at her head. Okay. What does that look like to you? Okay. If you're feminine, you know what that looks like. We all have it. I think this person is thinking about that with you, but then there is that harmony, that connection, the emotional connection, shared emotions with each other. This could be somebody who does like you, who does like you. They could like you, but they could also have they could have feelings for you, because the Cups is emotions. So there are emotions there, but this person also has passion for you. The Tower. I don't know if this person has some sort of realization about you, and this is why they're staying quiet. I feel like this person may be staying quiet because they're processing something. They're in processing mode right now, because they could have, maybe, I don't know. Okay. For some of you, I don't know if some of you are in a passion-based relationship where there is a lot of, you know, passion, you know, wand and forehead energy, this thing energy, wand and that. Okay. Just regardless if it's same sex or not type of connection, there is that going on. That may be going on, right? But I feel like this person is realizing that they also have feelings for you too. They have feelings for you. And that could be, you know, sometimes you can let me know if this resonates with you personally, because I could be reading for you, how you're feeling about somebody. But when you start to develop feelings, sometimes you kind of, I think some people hold back because they need to understand. And then that may be why someone is becoming quiet. They're saying less. Okay. I was going into shadow self, but then the Knight of Cups came out. So this is someone who, I'm not going to even mention signs, because it doesn't really matter what sign it is, because it's just energy. This person has romantic feelings, but there is a bit of fear and ego that is causing them to withdraw. If they are, like I said, this person could be someone who does talk a lot, but they're starting to talk less. And I think it has to do with the emotions that they're processing it. Okay, tell me about the Knight of Cups and shadow self. I hope this reading is resonating with somebody, because I don't know who this is for. Okay, tell me about the shadow self. Knight of Cups. Someone who wants to make a romantic gesture. They may want to give you flowers. They may want to ask you out, invite you on a date, picnic. I don't know, like for some reason, I see this horse. Knight in shining armor. That could be what it is. Okay. So tell me, what is the shadow self Somebody's manifesting. We got the Gemini card. We have Tower here, but like I think if somebody has had that shocking realization about emotions that they have. But somebody could have emotions and then they're also having that shocking realization that they want the intimacy. Like it could be someone that's a friend of yours that may be wanting more too. They may be a little bit shy. And I think it's because there may be a fear that you will reject them. And they may be, please, no magic, okay? We want people to want us because they want us, not because we put a spell on them. We want them to deeply desire us. We do not want that obsession movie, okay? I know I'm getting sick of that movie too, hearing about obsession. You know, everybody uses obsession. Like, this person's obsessed with you. Obsessed. I mean, it could be, but I think after that movie, obsession doesn't seem like a great thing right now. You know, like, is it that sexy? I don't think so. Hi, Catalina. How are you? But I feel like this person may be wanting to manifest you. Somebody could have Gemini in the chart. With Tower card, we have Mars energy with Scorpio and Aries. We have fire sign energy with the King of Wands. And then we have the Knight of Cups, water sign energy. But it could just be somebody who has a lot of passion for you, but they're developing emotions or wanting more with you. This could be somebody that you have an intimate relationship and they may be switching and wanting more. And sometimes, you know, we hear this like, if you're like in a situationship or like or something, and then it's like, it seems like it's one person starts to develop feelings and then wants more. And I think about, like, we hear about this a lot, but then for someone who has experienced a situationship, it's true. You know, there may be one person that wants more than the other. This person, I'm using myself as an example because it brings validity to what I'm saying. There could be somebody afraid of expressing, because Gemini, magician is Gemini and Virgo, right? So the magician also takes time to spend time by themselves. So this is someone that has gone into hermit mode. So the magician is Virgo and Gemini energy. So this person could also have Virgo in their chart or Gemini in the chart. Doesn't matter the sign, but the energy is like the magician. He does not have a crowd of people watching him work his magic. Like in this card and all the other magician cards that I've seen in tarot, and there's God knows how many tarot decks out there, they usually show a magician that's by himself. So this is someone that's spending a lot of more time by themselves, and they may be sitting with their feelings, trying to understand them too, because you see how he's with that. But I feel like this magician is giving more hermit than anything. And I'm tying it back to the Say Less card. So this person may have some sort of fears and insecurities that could be why they're not as communicative, or seems to be more withdrawn than they have in the past. We have the Hangman. So someone's looking at things from a different perspective. And with the Wheel of Fortune, they're hoping for things to change. They want to see a shift. They want to see something change within your relationship. With the Wheel of Fortune. Or remember, this could be your energy too. All right. Let me look at the responsibility card. But I feel like the shadow self is more like this person has some sort of fears or insecurities that's holding them back. Because the shadow self card, I'll show you. It's like someone who, you know, maybe having these really big feelings, but they're not expressing it, or they come off as being very big and grand and like a King of Wands energy, but inside they're that little scaredy cat. They're like a little scaredy cat. You know, you see, I feel like this person may come off as very, why would I say magnanimous? Is that the right word? But they have a big presence, you know, very, like, you cannot deny them. The King of Wands is someone that you will look at, you know, because they're very attractive. They're very magnetic. They're also very charismatic. They may be coming off that way, but it's like inside they're this. You see that lion there and the lion there, but in reality, they're this little scaredy cat. Take that as it resonates. That could be your energy, you know? Okay, let me see the responsibility card. Responsibility. No, I want the cards to come out. I don't want... This card flipped. I wasn't sure. I said I wanted this to come out, but these three cards came out. We have the Lovers, which is Gemini energy. Something could have happened during Gemini season, because we got Gemini twice. Something could have happened during Gemini season, which would be May and June. So that may resonate with you. We have the Fool card, which is Aries and Aquarius energy. And then we have the Nine of Wands, which is someone who's standing their guard. They're protective. They have boundaries up, but they're not going to give up on something. But this responsibility, though. But what is taking a leap of faith? Six of Lovers. Someone, I don't know, whoever this Nine of Wands energy is, this person has experienced things in the past, but they don't want to give up on the connection. I am doing a love reading, just so you know. And they see the potential for the connection with the Ace of Cups too. This person wants to open their heart. It's funny because yesterday I was doing a reading about open your heart. So some of you may be needing to do that, you know. But you could have certain responsibilities that you have to take care of before you can actually make some sort of move. But responsibility, okay. You know, when you're in a relationship, you're responsible to a certain extent, because for another person's feelings, because when you're in a relationship and you love somebody, you care about them, you want to make sure that you don't do anything to hurt them, especially if they've experienced things in the past, or even you've experienced things in the past and you may be afraid of getting hurt, right? So it's that responsibility is taking care of yourself, making sure that you're healthy, you're whole, and you're healed enough to be in a relationship, right? But also the responsibility of the relationship of also tending to someone else's emotions, because you can't help it. Like if you're in a relationship with somebody, you care about them, and you also want to make sure that you're not doing anything that may harm them, you know, and that becomes a responsibility in itself, you know. So someone could be guarded for that reason, because maybe they don't want that responsibility, or they fear that responsibility because they've had that responsibility in the past and it didn't work out well. Okay. So for them to even open up would require them to open their heart to the possibility of getting hurt, but also willing to take a risk, even though there's the possibility that they may fall, that they may fail, you know, they may get rejected. The Ten of Cups though came out. It's a responsibility. Being in love, being in a relationship is a responsibility. You know, you have to take it seriously. You don't play around with other people's emotions, and you also want to be with people who won't play with yours, you know? I'm sitting on the squeaky chair again. Jeez Louise. All right, I want to know more about this feminine energy, because it could be the feminine energy that's in this energy, or the King of Wands is wanting this feminine energy here. All right, tell me about the feminine energy. So feminine energy in the life happens that she's the embodiment of, like, she embodies like the Empress energy, you know? So some of you may feel like that. Some of you may need to feel that way if you are in that feminine, but it could simply be the energy, the King of Wands. So you could be the King of Wands that wants the feminine energy, or you could be the feminine energy that's wanted by the King of Wands. Okay, I saw the Emperor card. It's funny. That card reminds me of somebody someone I know, I used to know. Maybe some of you know that song. You didn't have to cut me off. Maybe that's what happened in the past. Someone got cut off. And then they don't want that to feel that way again. Act like somebody you used to know. I don't know that song that well. I never really listened to it because it was a weird, I don't know, it was weird. It was like do 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 do. I don't like, it's weird. I remember that song was playing everywhere. It's so fucking annoying. You know? Feminine energy. Wow, we got the Queen of Pentacles. Oh my God. It was in the reverse though. Somebody's not, the feminine energy may not be feeling confident or like secure in herself. So the shadow self person could be the feminine energy, the one that has some sort of insecurity, because the shadow self is your ego, your fears, your insecurities and stuff. But the Judgment card coming out. So the feminine energy may be needing to work on whatever insecurities that she has about her self-worth. Well, I don't know if there are financial issues that this feminine energy could be experiencing too, with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Because the Queen of Pentacles, she's wealthy. She's self-sufficient, secure, grounded, abundant. Not as abundant as the Empress, but that may be what needs to shift. That may be the shadow work that needs to be done in this connection. Wow. You know, if you're dealing with someone who's very perceptive and they know this about you, say if you are the feminine energy that has insecurities, that could be why this person doesn't really want to move things forward. Because if you are an energy or an energy of lack, and this could be the King of Wands energy, you know, and that may be his fear of being rejected by her because he doesn't feel like he's good enough. It could, like, please take it a message as it resonates, right? But there could be like whenever somebody has like issues with their sense of their self-value, and they start to think, oh my God, maybe I'm not good enough. And you could get in your own way. You could sabotage yourself, you know, with the Seven of Swords. So someone could be sabotaging the relationship, sabotaging the connection with the stay less, because it's like maybe the feminines are like, do you even like me? Do you even care about me? Because you're not talking to me anymore. You're not giving me your energy or the way you used to. If you've been dealing with this person, if there's a shift, you know. But you got the Three of Wands and the Four of Wands. So yeah, I feel like this, like whatever this is, if there's somebody with insecurities, whether it's the feminine energy or the King of Wands who may be projecting this onto the feminine energy, and that's sabotaging the connection, excuse me, oh my gosh. It's like sabotaging the potential with the Three of Wands, the potential for a marriage, harmony, like creating a home, stability with each other. Because the Four of Wands came out. Okay, tell me about inner strength. Tell me about inner strength. I want to take this card for a minute. Oh, Nine of Cups. That's about, I'm going to show you the inner strength card. Something, I feel like this has to do with a lot of security and groundedness. Because the roots of this tree, they're lit up. So there's somebody's like needs to really stabilize themselves. They need to be more grounded, more secure, and feel safe. I don't know if that's something that's going on in a relationship where someone doesn't feel secure in the relationship, doesn't feel safe in the relationship, or this is a sense of not feeling safe and secure within themselves, you know. But it's like once you develop that inner strength and you're able to stabilize, if you think about the chakra system, it all starts at the root and then it goes all the way up to the crown. Right? So it's like once you grounded, you work your way up through your sacral chakra, and then you work your way up to your solar plexus, then your heart, your throat, your third eye, and then your crown. So once you're able to find your footing, whoever this person may be that may have insecurity issues, once that gets worked out, this is where the Nine of Cups can come in. This is feeling fulfilled, emotionally fulfilled with where you are in your life. You know, you're feeling like you have everything you need and you're happy where you are. But remember the 10 of cups, that could be what's like blocking somebody, because that instability, that security, that insecurity or lack of security. I mean, I don't know what kind of connection this is. I don't know if it, and then like think about it too. If it was a relationship that was passion based, then yeah, you'd be like, oh, could we have a real relationship? Can we build from the ground up? Can we set down roots together? You know, but that depends on how serious you take this person. But this person seems like they do have emotions, and the emotions seem to be mutual too. It's just a matter of somebody having to work on their insecurities. All right. Anything else for the inner strength card and the Nine of Cups? Hi, Sumra. Hope you're doing well. Let's see. Anything else? Thunder only happens when it's raining. One more card, please. Star healing. The star came out. Like when everything else is like aligned and you're feeling like really grounded, secure, and then you could feel confident in a connection that you can actually build a foundation with, a strong foundation, with like you see the 4 wands here. Once you have this, it's like once you start to be in this energy, this 9 of Cups energy, then this is what allows there to be like this healing, but also a wish fulfillment, So somebody definitely needs to work on their sense of self, their self-value, because somebody's definitely holding back. And it makes sense because the Say Less card, someone may, like I say, like I was saying, this person could, I'm sorry, Jade, I'm not doing any personal readings. So say less. Yeah. This person may have been somebody that talks, but now they're not doing much talking. They may be holding back. I mean, this the say less person could be the feminine energy, And, like I was saying, like being in a relationship there, you have to be, it's a responsibility. There's things that you have to work on together. You have to collaborate on, see eye to eye. Like being in a relationship it's not pretend, it's not play pretend, it's serious shit, especially if you want to build something with a solid foundation. You want to have the family, the home, the happy family, the love, the passion even, but you have to remember, you have to have all of that and it be everything that you want, like a stable, secure relationship. You have to be stable and secure within yourself, It's okay, Jade. Hey, Shantae, how are you? Oh, for real, Sumra. I'm glad it resonates. So Page of Pentacles and the King of Swords. Somebody definitely needs to communicate. Whoever this is, the one who is withholding communication, because like I said, the Say Less card is like someone is not as communicative as they have been in the past. Someone needs to speak their truth. They need to speak honestly and be willing to take the risk to make that offer, to give, to start to plant the seeds in a connection. But it could be the feminine energy. Remember, and it's 2 people in a relationship. Just because, yeah, we will love men. As a feminine, I would love a man that will take the lead. But the thing is, sometimes, we could also get in the way and we can make it a little bit uncomfortable for them to take the lead because of our insecurities and our issues, and vice versa. This King of Wands energy, who may come off as a King of Wands, but they may not feel that way inside, maybe intimidated and stuff. Maybe doesn't feel like they're good enough. But all in all, whoever this is, they need to work on their self-esteem, their security, their self-value, knowing that they are worthy, But it's about communication, communicating honestly and what you want to plant, and if it's mutual, but From what I'm getting, I think it is. I think it is. I think that just someone's scared. Scared of getting hurt or scared of hurting somebody else because of the responsibility of being in a relationship. You know, someone desires that, but the fear is taking over. Okay, so that's the end of that reading. Whew. Let me see what time it is. Okay, I gotta start heading home. I thank you all so much for being. I'm good, thank you, Shantae. Thank you for being here. I thank you all for being here. I'm gonna be ending this live stream. So I hope the messages resonate with you all in the best way possible. And if it does, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Consider joining my membership if you would like yes or no questions answered. What else? Or to have a mini reading, 3-card mini reading. That's the second tier. First tier is up to 3 yes or no questions. And that's during members only lives. But I might change that. Because if you become a member, you will have a star next to your name. And then I could do a regular live stream, a public live stream, and then answer yes or no questions or do mini reads for the members. But if you join the first tier, tier 1, you'll get up to 3 yes or no questions. But the reading has to be, I will put it in the title, and the mini card pulls. But it's like depending on how many members I have. So far, I only have 1, and I might just do it like a public live stream when they show up and answer their question that way. But I gotta see, because to do a live stream with just one person, I mean, it's possible. I could you just put your question in the members only chat, and then I could just do the live stream, and then they could see their question being answered in the mini reading. I could do that, but live streams are meant to be interactive, You too, Jade. But thank you. I hope everybody has a great day. I just had to do my little spiel because YouTube says it's good for me to let people know about the memberships. So if you're interested in joining, you can check out the join tab. It'll show you the 2 tiers, and then you could decide if that's something that you think will be worth your money. Okay, so I sending you lots of love and light. Take care, everyone. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Stay safe. Bye.